Hello, dear folks. Welcome to the show. Jack Chow is my name, East West Show. We are still in the mood celebrating the 11th birthday of the Chinese American Film Festival, which is a huge annual event. According to my friends, some of those who have been attending for the past years, one by one, 5 or 6 years in a row, they say this appears to be the best. Well, with that, I would say it is becoming the best, not for no reason, because my good friend, Omar Akram, a Grammy winner, is joining the team. And he's a proud member of the committee, and he is now sharing his feelings about the film festival, and also later we're going to touch his area of specialties, namely film music, or music in films, or film music, right? That's a whole category to talk about. So, my dear audiences, why don't we put our hands together, give a big applause for my good friend Omar, please.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you, Jack.
Thank you. All right. So, first time you becoming a member of the community of the Chinese American Film Festival. However, you have a history and a huge credit, huge credential with music, especially film music, which later on we'll touch. Yeah. How do you feel about the event, please?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me back on your show. You know, this year, like you said, was my first year being involved with the Chinese American Film Festival, and it was just, I gotta tell you, I'm really pleasantly surprised because the way everything unfolded was just incredible, and the caliber of people. You know, you can always tell when you're going to these large events who comes into these events and who's interested. And I gotta tell you, the caliber of people that came to this event was phenomenal. You're talking about some of the Hollywood elite. You're talking about some of the elite people from China that came all the way here to attend this event. You know, and those people, some of them heads of large companies.
And elite from the United States.
And elite from the United States.
From the federal.
Yes.
From the state. From all levels, right?
And that tells you how important this event was. And I was just really honored to be included in that group of people.
I'm especially honored to have you joining us, which makes the elevation, all right, raise the elevation of the film festival even higher. My dear friend, Grammy Award is not a small thing. In this entire world, you just use your fingers to count how many of them who are winners, actual winners. And there are many nominees, of course, right, who are actually winners of the Grammy Awards. And my friend, Mr. Akram, I would say Master Akram, is one of them. For that, I feel especially proud to sit face to face with him, like this distance. Well, probably somebody have to pay for that. I don't have to, right? So later at the end of the show, I ask you for autography. So, how do you judge or assess about those tendencies from Hollywood area, from the Hollywood circle?
Well, I think the attendance from the Hollywood circle was amazing. I mean, you had Michelle Rodriguez, which is a big star. She's part of the Fast and Furious franchise. She was an Avatar. She's done a lot of movies. So someone on that caliber to come, which they call an A-list actor, which is like the highest level in Hollywood, you know, she was attending that event, and the list goes on. I mean, with the heads of major entertainment companies. So I think I was really pleasantly surprised, and I'm really happy the fact that they came, because we need that exchange You know, it's very
You do.
important, and
Yeah,
that
yeah.
that was part of the whole thing, right? Is just to have that
You do.
exchange of culture, films, and hopefully it's going to continue. And that's why you and I are talking about it. And
Sure,
and by the way, amazing job from you, you know, on the red carpet, and also how you put everything together. So congratulations
I'm
to
a
you
veteran
too.
for 11 years.
Yes, I
That
mean
one, right?
you did an amazing job. So
That's
I
a small
really
part. What it does, Mark, what did Mark and still do, the most glamour moment is your performance, you and your band. And it so happened, and I was in kind of in and out, right? I was in for some kind of to drag some people out of the seat. And then I sat there. I couldn't move. I forgot the whole thing when I came in for it, to theater for it. You mentioned I was in the red carpet, right? So I went in for something, and I was buried there until you finished.
I appreciate that.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And I know I get a chance to see exactly the Grammy music. The Grammy music played by the winner of a Grammy. So what a pleasure. What an honor.
Well, thank you. It was an honor to be there, and I think the audience reaction from where I was sitting was amazing, and it seemed like everybody enjoyed the performance. So I was just very happy and honored to be there that night.
And what is more amazing, of course, I'm a man of no background in music. I just happen to be a lover, a hopeless lover of music, put it that way, right? But I did notice that the music started, when you started with the piano on the keyboards, it opens with a kind of narrative tune. At the very end, it seems to be totally different, and there is no cut, no breakups. So, how come?
Well, I think the way you remember in a big show like that, you have a constraint of time, so everything will sort of pre-plan on how long we're going to play, of course, because it's a big show and there's a lot of awards to be giving out.
All right.
So we had a time constraint. Basically, what I decided to do is to do a nice intro on the grand piano, just to kind of get everything started, and then we shifted into where I sat on my keyboard, and we had the singer sing the song, this beautiful song that I wrote. So I'm pleased how it went, and there was no really, you know, usually in a larger show, you know, there's more breaks. You go from one song to the other,
right?
Yeah.
That's
But
exactly what I mean.
yeah, and here it was just, you know, we started, I just went on the piano, started the intro, and just turned to the keyboard and went to the next song.
Exactly. With the intro, my impression was that I was there to enjoy a very classical piece.
Yes.
Very peaceful. And the flow,
Yes.
the fingers,
Yes.
the man that, oh my no, that's my friend. You know the special proud you
Yeah.
feel about it, right?
Yeah.
And then when it moves, there's no gap
Right.
in between. I see no gap. I feel no gap. I don't know how everybody else feels. So
Yes. Good.
I believe we have the same year of the judgment.
Good.
If there is something boom jumping
Yes.
up, you should notice, right?
Yes.
And all the way up, that's the magic.
Yes.
That's the magic.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Jack.
Did you name the whole piece, or did you kind of like a patterned or whatever that whole piece as a song?
Well, the
Or just the
beginning,
raw,
you speaking about the beginning with the piano, right?
No, the whole thing.
Oh, the piano. Well, yeah, the song is called "Today Is All We Have," and it was sang by Julia Marie, who's one of the singers that I work
Oh, she
with.
was great.
Yeah, she was great.
yeah.
She sang the song,
Her voice
and
is great.
her voice is yes, she has a nice voice. So the intro was basically on the grand piano, just to give an introduction to the song, an introduction to me, basically, as an artist. And then the band came, and then we started to play the song. So that's sort of how we planned it
I
out.
would say that you master it, the whole thing. I mean, the whole thing, in a pretty easy way. In a pretty easy way. When somebody plays, I do attend lots of concerts myself, though. When somebody plays, you kind of, take me for example, create a feeling that the musician is below the music. I don't know if I describe it right. Music's here, the musician is playing the music below the music. And the way you did, I felt that you, as if you were playing above the music. You were floating, like that kind.
Yes.
That's the magic part.
Yes, and you know, when I do my own concerts, I do a longer version on certain, you know, I actually do few songs on the grand piano, and there's a magic in playing the grand piano because it's really a beautiful instrument, and people really love that. So we always try to do more of it and more of it in my concert. So I'm looking forward to doing more.
Okay, very good. And my dear audience, today is one of the very precious moments that I got my chance to sit face to face with a great musician, a Grammy Award winner, Mr. Omar Akram. He's a friend of mine, and I do cherish the friendship. And this is a high-profile friendship, isn't it? All right, good. So, of course, that automatically leads us to film music, because the music you play is at a film event. When the whole thing, the whole evening, we're talking about film, and film. Right?
Yes.
It's a visual thing. Right?
Yes.
So, how, in your area, in your own backyard, do you recommend people? I remember last time we talked about music education. You made lots of recommendations about music education.
Yes.
Right? In the music film, though, I would like to still pop my ears up to listen to you.
Sure.
Right? Shall we please?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.